Well, good afternoon and welcome to my video. I've come to a totally different place in Italy this time, and I'm going to have great fun sharing it with you because, as you can see, I'm on the coast. So thanks for being here. Hope you stick around to the end because at this stage I don't know exactly what I'll be doing, so we're both in for a bit of a surprise. So here am I at Port Venere, which is 30 minutes from Spezia, where I'm staying. That's 30 minutes by bus. This is so different from the Amalfi coast. The stones on the beach are different, the relaxed atmosphere is different, and look at that, there's not all the deck chairs or the sun lounge beds. Very nice. And I found another little laneway that I've fallen in love with. This is at Port Venere. And just the colours of the buildings. Really sweet. So this is on the opposite side to the marina of Port Venere. And this whole big castle up right on the edge of the cliff. Well, if Cinque Terre is anything in comparison to this, it certainly won't disappoint. It's back down to the marina where I walked earlier. An amazing castle all the way around there. And all the way to the west. Beautiful. Well, I never know where I'm going to end up when I wake up in the morning. My plan was to walk some of the Cinque Terre trail. But then I was told as I was eating breakfast that the weather was really going to be unpredictable today and there were going to be storms. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Then one of the girls mentioned that she was going to Pisa. And I'm like, oh, is that really close to here? Well, yes, it was. So here I am in Pisa, seeing a fountain. But that's not all. Stick with me. Let's see if I actually find the Leaning Tower. So here we go, walking across the bridge to where the Leaning Tower of Pisa is. I haven't been able to see it yet, and it's over there somewhere. And of course there's markets. These are just some really little ones, but I love this building over the back. You can see where it's been modified, changed. It's certainly evolved from what it first was when it was built. So I've just come into Piazza di Cavalieri, clearly very old, and I would say that this is like the graffiti we saw back in Prague, I think it was, and also in Dresden. 2 layers of paint and then they scratch it off. Cool square, clearly something's going to be happening here or has happened. I love these squares, or piazzas, palazzo. It's not until you get up close to these buildings that you realise the artwork that's actually on them. And here underneath the archway, I mean, look at that. How old would that be? I'd say 200-300 years. Very cool. And I just continue wandering. I'm heading to the Leaning Tower, but I'm taking my own little route, just discovering as I go along. And so, my first glimpse of the Leaning Tower. And it doesn't look very big, and it doesn't look very leaning. Oh, I hope I've got the right building. So it's incredibly windy, so I'm probably going to have to voice over on this video, but yep, there I am under the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So you can see that I'm straight, and it is not. So it's really interesting seeing how much it looks like it leans depending where you are when you take the photo, because your camera can be straight, but from this angle there's not much of a lean at all, whereas when I took the photo of me beside it, yeah, huge amount of angle. So it's all trick of photography. So once again, around the back of the cathedral next to the Leaning Tower, we can see a lot of the restoration that's occurred over the years. And here I think it's actually really well done. I love the roof on this dome over here, and not quite sure about this straight wall here. It's obviously got significance. look at this. This is cool. Yeah. And then off to the side. So it's very windy, so I have to put up with that. But this is actually the true side of the cathedral, and there's some beautiful artwork. Yeah, it seems crazy. Wherever I walk, there seems to be more of a lean to the Leaning Tower. I mean, I think this is a really good perspective, and this is where a lot of people are taking their photos. See the hand? It just popped into my video. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't help but keep taking videos because this is just so crazy. Wherever you walk, it's a different angle, and you can see the number of people here. Imagine it on a busy day, it would just be Anne's biggest nightmare. So I'm enjoying it, I'm smiling, and I'm going to carry on exploring Pisa. So just heading back to the station after looking at the Leaning Tower, and I came back a different way. Oh my gosh, it was so uninteresting. So this bridge that I'm on now is further east. So definitely, if you're coming here, take the bridge that's to the right from coming from the station. So much more interesting, going down little alleyways. So here am I back at the station, and in a little under 2 hours I feel I've done as much as I want to do of Pisa. So really glad I didn't know about this earlier and book some accommodation, because I really enjoyed my quick walk around. I saw what I wanted to see, got a good feel for the city. It's earthy, it's gritty, but I loved it. Well, I thought I'd risk it with the weather and start doing some of the Cinque Terre. So, and I'm at Cornelia, and this is the view the other way, out to the sea, out to the hills, but this is the way I'm walking, exiting the station. So we'll see how hilly and how many stairs there is to get to where I need to go. So you can see just how busy these stations are. And I mean, this is not the busy season, so it would be interesting to have been here last month when everyone was on their summer vacation, that's for sure. So I really have no idea what sort of condition the path's in. Like, I talk to different people, and some people say, oh, it's quite easy, you know, there's stairs, but not too bad. Others say, oh, the stairs are horrific. So I'm just going to go and find out for myself. There goes the train off. There's quite a few trains, and luckily they're all regional, so you don't need to book a seat, which is really good. So I've just spotted up there the people walking. So there's the set of stairs. So there you go. Going to one of those. And I know for sure that the path's not going to be like this all the way. So I've done one lot of stairs, so we'll see how they progress. So already the path's changed. It's cobblestones between these cobblestone walls, or whatever you call them when they're on the wall. So yeah, I don't mind. Well, it's sort of starting to make me think about the hike that I've got planned towards the end of my trip. Some of you know what that is, others will find out as you watch my videos. But look at this community having a watermelon or lemon drink. So as I've been walking, I've seen a bit of the cactus fruit, and I actually had some the other morning for breakfast, and if you haven't eaten it, it's very much like dragon fruit. It's got the seedy texture, and yeah, quite bland, but quite nice. I love the colour of it when I'm eating it. Well, I think that might be Vernazza in the distance. So I've walked from Corniglia, and it's taken me just bang on an hour, so another half hour and I should be there. It's very hazy, and I apologise for that. It's just, yeah, the sort of day it is. But it's really cool. Look at that town just sticking out there on the road. Very cool. Okay, now this is Venezia, and I can hear all the people. I just saw them at the railway station. I think they're behind that bush. How cool. nestled in there, the bottom of the hill, between the bottom of the hill and the ocean. So this is Vanessa, and yes, how busy is it? Everyone's just checking it out. Maybe something like me are halfway through a walk. Who knows? But I've just marked the spot because I just thought to turn off to Monte Rosso, and yeah, I'm feeling really good, so I'm going to do that this afternoon. It's actually a really good temperature, even though it's overcast. It's not raining, so that is really good. So I'm just going to go out to the end here, see what there is to see, and then just go back. Now, this is a sandy beach, unlike where I was yesterday at Portofinaire. It's very sandy, and there was some big waves coming over. There, look at that. That's spectacular. Wow. So just before I left the town, I noticed this little rock hole, and the water's surging up behind it. And above it, there's the building. Okay, the hike continues. Now I've done the first stage that I was going to do. Now I'm going to carry on to Monte Rosso. And there's not been many people going in the direction I'm going. It is late in the day, but still going to be light for another 3 hours. So all will be good. So here's the map of the area. I'm staying here. I got the train today up to here. I've just walked from here to here, and now I'm going to walk up to here. So there you go, that's the overall picture of Xintia. And a very sunny view looking down at that breakwater. Yeah. I wonder how often it's like this. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? Oh, man, the view just keeps getting better and better. So the walk's still going really well. There's a town down there. That might be Monte Rosso. Oh, wait and see. Feeling really good. It's just so nice to get back on trails again. So much of that pavement pounding that I've been doing for the last, it's only 6 or 7 weeks, but it feels longer. So that'd be Monte Rosso down there. It's just 25 minutes to go, which seems too quick. But yeah, there's some beautiful citrus fruit and the vines, hills in the background. There's not too many people on the trail, plenty of people, but not crowded, which is really, really nice. And the trail's so obvious, there's no chance that you can get lost at all. So although it's not actually working, this is a photo or video of the cable car that they use for when they're harvesting. Not something that we use when we're harvesting grapes in Australia, that's for sure. And it would have been brilliant to see it in action, but unfortunately it's either too late in the day or just not the right time of the year. So it looks like the last bit into Monte Rosso is right on the coast. How about that? That's cool. But that was really weird coming down the steps then, because you could feel the absolute heat coming up from the ocean. It's just amazing. Yeah, there were a few splatters on the path of, from the waves, but yeah, I certainly didn't get wet. Another pretty town. The laneways, beautiful colours of the buildings. Oh, I do love the colours. They just suit this whole area. This sort of muted reds and pinks. It's beautiful. Now that was not sped up. That's how fast the trains go through these stations. Couldn't be a prettier place. is my hostel in La Spezia at the southern end of Cinque Terre. It's quite a nice looking building, isn't it? I mean, it's nothing grand inside. It's nice and friendly, very small. Only takes up 2 floors, but I just thought that was a nice building from the outside. And yes, we do have a balcony. So my second day of doing Cinque Terre, and yes, it's a beautiful day out there. So yeah, I'm going to go as far as I can on this line to Levanto, and then I'm going to walk back to Monte Rosso. So I'm in Levanto now. I've got off the train, had a bit of a wander around, and of course had a cappuccino and a brioche. Very nice. But it's got a real different feel to Monte Rosso. It's, for a start, it's flat here. It's hills is all behind it. But there's far more locals than there are tourists, which is just really, really nice. Monte Rosso is actually the start of Cinque Terre, and it travels south of there. So coming up to Levanto is a little bit different. It's just a little bit further. But I thought, no, I'll do it as it's across inland rather than following the coast, so it'll give me a different perspective. Anyway, I've just seen some markets, so I'm going to wander around and have a look at there. And then my challenge will be to find the start of the trail. So I found a map, and this is where I am here. And this is where I want to end up here. There's a couple of different tracks, so not quite sure which one I'm going to do. Maybe the bottom one. I've yet to find actually where they start, because this doesn't actually show me. So yeah, I found the trail, and yeah, I'm going to head off. But before I do, I'll just a bit of a video of the beach. It's such a different day from yesterday. The winds have all gone. It's really calm. So have a look at this. Isn't that beautiful? And yeah, all the sun lounges. And hopefully that's the way I'm walking. It's just stunning. I haven't had time to say that. But travel is stunning. And this building here is actually the casino. And it was built to provide the town with a swimming pool, not being used, and to draw tourists here so they could have somewhere safe to go swimming. And it does seem a bit funny, them all out there surfing, like they're not very far out. And yeah, they're getting a short ride, but yeah, nothing really to draw the surfers to this destination. So already so many different services to this track to Monte Rosso, but I've got to remember to look back, like Dave said, when I hike the coast to coast, make sure to turn around. Well, I'm enjoying this as much as I enjoyed my walks yesterday, especially when you turn around and that's the coastline. And this shows you just how near to the coast we are. Like, it couldn't be more perfect, and the paths, like yesterday, just so easy to follow. Plenty of markers, so, and there's a few people on the trail, but yeah, not crowded, that's for sure. And this is quite different, walking through the trees. It's so quiet, even when there's people around. Everyone's got hushed voices, which is, yeah, pretty good. And the trail continues still along the coast. Been through some quite sandy areas and some quite rocky areas, but nothing difficult. It's really, like I've said, it's just an easy track. Some ups, yes, I start panting, but you're used to that if you've been watching this video for a while. Well, I've been looking for a spot to sit down and just have a rest and maybe have a bite to eat. And I think this view is the one that I'm going to enjoy while I have my muesli bar and my apple. So just a slight diversion off the main track. This is the abandoned lighthouse of Punta Messo, and it's also an amazing view from out here. I'll show you in just a minute when I walk around the track a bit more. And seriously, I don't know why I said this would be an amazing view, because it's all just been an amazing view. I mean, just up the coast, down the coast. I'm just out on this little ledge thing at the moment. Yeah, talk about I can see for miles and miles. And yes, see, I told you there's amazing views. And there's roads all up through here. There's a viaduct up there. Wouldn't it be brilliant to drive around this area? I don't know that I'd cope, but some people would. Look at that. All the way out. So it seems that this was an old monastery. I couldn't read it. It was all in Italian, but I did use Google Translate and it said something about monks. So that would have been the monastery. And through these trees where I stood on the roof, that was the lighthouse. So there you go, fixing up my facts. And so here I am arriving at Monte Rosso from the opposite end as yesterday, and just as beautiful. So that was the craziest, most packed train that I have been on since India. And yeah, I've got my pack on my front because of pickpockets. Got to be just super careful, particularly on the platform, because that's where they can run away really quickly. So I'll stop videoing and I'll concentrate on getting to the next stage of my walking. So yes, this is Manarola, a very, very busy little town. It's the second town heading north on the Cinque. Yes, I'm not going to hang around in this town. I'm just going to get back on the trail. It's just way too many people for my liking. Yeah, and they're all just sauntering, which fair enough, they're here to saunter, but yeah, I don't cope well with that. So I've got a bit of the same problem as last time. I don't know where to get on the trail. I haven't seen any signs at all, and yeah, we can't go to the left on the coast. So there's a lot of people up there, but that's the wrong direction for me. I'll have to mosey around and have a little look. Well, that was all a bit tricky. There wasn't really any signs. I think I'm on the right path, but who knows? There were 3 other girls. They were also trying to work it out, but I don't know what happened to them. So maybe I'll see them on the trail. Maybe I won't. It's all fun. But I'm out of that crowded area. Oh, didn't like that. Well, you wouldn't believe it. I'm back at Manarola railway station. Didn't actually go anywhere because apparently this part of the walk you can only do in one direction. And nothing I read or anyone I spoke to has read that that's the rule. So it's crazy. We're back in this very busy railway station and all of a sudden people are walking in the opposite direction to me, so I have no idea, but yeah, I'll wait for the next train. Well, after all that faffing around, changing trains, going back and forth, I now am told that I need a pass that's going to cost me €17.50 to do the shortest section of the Cinque. So yeah, I'm a bit pissed off because everything that I read said, oh yeah, you can walk in either direction, no mention of a pass. So yeah, just as well I've got my Euro pass because I've put multiple trains, which if I didn't have my pass, it would have cost me €8 per train. So I think I deserve an ice cream or a gelato now, don't you? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll head back to La Spezia. And I haven't actually explored that town yet because I've been in and out. It's every day. So I'll go and do that after I have my gelato. Well, I got my ice cream, fig and chocolate chip, and took some photos around the town. It was really nice and I'm glad I did that. So it's funny how things often turn out for the best because I couldn't do that last hike that I wanted to do. It gave me time to look around La Spezia. And I've come down to the waterfront, which is only like a stone's throw from where my hostel is. And it's just beautiful. People fishing, people out in their boats. It's just gorgeous. La Spezia is actually a really special place, I think. And definitely, you know, if you're going to do Cinque Terre, definitely think about staying in La Spezia. It's a good centre, not only for the coast, but also like I did yesterday and going to Pisa. Well, I think here's a good place to end my video. In the pedestrian mall in La Spezia. So it's been wonderful staying here. Definitely the most friendly hostel that I've ever stayed in, Grand Hostel Manon, and I'll put the name here somewhere. So I definitely recommend that. Definitely recommend this area. Great for day trips. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video. And until next time in the next city, ciao for now.